Hey, homegirls, welcome to another episode of the Girl Just Healed podcast. So the episode you are about to listen to is a rewind episode, but baby, let me just say that this season, it is giving full submission. Okay, we are submitting to the will of God, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, no matter what plans we have lined out for our lives. If you are a believer and you believe that God's plan is the best plan for your life, then I'm gonna need for you to submit to Him 100%. And this episode really breaks down the importance of submission. Not only that, but how submitting to God is so beneficial for us and how it's really the driving force for our lives, especially if you are a believer. So sit back, get comfy, go ahead and grab your journal, get you something to write with, because we are about to talk about exactly why in this season and the seasons to come, it's given full submission. Hey, homegirl, welcome to the Girl Just Healed podcast, where together we learn how to navigate our healing journeys in a way that challenges us to destroy limits and break down walls that have been keeping us subject to our trauma. I am your host, your favorite homegirl, Neimoya, Basden. And just like you, I am on this healing journey, navigating the ups and downs of this thing called life, while simultaneously allowing God to usher me right into the place where He wants me to be. So get comfy, grab your journal, and let's talk about all the ways we can heal, grow, and evolve together. Hey, homegirls, welcome to the Girl Just Healed podcast. I'm your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden, and Chad, listen. So how are you doing? How are you healing? How are you feeling? Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Go ahead and drop a review. Leave us a rating. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your loyalty, your support. Each week, the homegirls come and tune in to the Girl Just Healed podcast, and I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, baby, from the top of my heart, from my heart. I thank y'all so much for just rocking it out with me and staying locked in with Girl Just Heal. It really means the world to me. I thank y'all so much for rocking with Girl Just Heal and just for staying locked in with Girl Just Heal for all of this time. And if you are a new homegirl, welcome to the family where we heal, grow, and evolve together. I can't wait to just meet you and hear from you and see you interacting and all of those things. So let's just keep on doing what we do, homegirls. And we are steady building this community. I love it so very much. So we're going to get into this episode. We're going to go ahead and shout out a homegirl. And this review comes from Red0212, and it says, "You're amazing." And she did leave a 5-star rating, so thank you so much for that, homegirl. She says, "You have been feeding me during my new journey with God and healing. I have only listened to 3 of your episodes so far, and when I say that you are worthy, sis, you said a mouthful and facts. Thank you for this amazing space, and thank you for being amazing." Oh, I love that. I feel like I've been listening longer, and that's what keeps me coming back. Well, homegirl, we love that you are here. Let's heal, grow, evolve together. Welcome to the family, and thank you so much for leaving that amazing review. I truly appreciate it. It warms my heart to read it. And I just thank you for being the best part of Girl Just Heal. All y'all homegirls are the best part of Girl Just Heal. Y'all know that, right? Like, I ain't just saying that. Y'all really are the best part of Girl Just Heal. So let's go ahead and get into the most favorite part of the episode. Y'all already know what time it is, baby. Put on your singing voices. If you got a pack of Girl Just Heal prayer cards, baby, hold them up because we finna sing the jingle, okay? It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. Prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. It is time for the prayer cards, y'all. We are back in our prayer cards, and it is time to get our word. So let's see what God is saying to us today with these prayer cards. All right. So today's scripture comes from 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14. And it says, "And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him." And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. So let's go to another version of this. Again, this was 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14. So we're in the New Living Translation version. I'll just stay in that version. If we need a little more, y'all know we'll travel. We'll travel through this Bible, baby. So 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14 in the New Living Translation version says, David continued to succeed in everything he did, for the Lord was with him. My God, come on. David continued to succeed in everything he did, for the Lord was with him. The only way David was able to succeed in everything he did is because the Lord was with him, because David took the Lord with him everywhere he went. And that's how we have to be. We have to have the attitude of David, where we taking the Lord everywhere we go. Lord, and oh my goodness, this is going to segue perfectly. Oh my God. Like, I'm so excited because this is segueing perfectly into the episode. But in everything we do, we need to make sure that we got God with us. Lord, I'm taking you everywhere I go. I don't care where it is that I'm going. I'm taking you with me, because I know when I take you with me, I am able to operate at my full capacity because you are with me. And I know that when you with me, baby, look, I'm in the best hands I can be. So let's go to Amplified version. Oh my God, y'all, Amplified version finna tear you up. Hold up. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14 in Amplified says, David acted wisely and prospered in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. My God. David acted wisely and prospered in all his ways, and the Lord was with him. David was able to prosper because the Lord was with him. David was able to act wisely and prosper in all his ways because the Lord was with him. So bookmark this scripture. Y'all drop me in the comments. Let me know how y'all interpret this scripture or what this scripture means to you. Now, there is a story behind this. We're not going to go into the verses before and after, but as in every episode, I encourage y'all to just go and read some more context of these scriptures, because sometimes you get scriptures like this that's basically in the middle of a story, and so you gotta go and try to get some more context so that you can understand what's going on. This is one of those scriptures, so just make sure that you go bookmark this, 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14, and don't just bookmark it, baby. Go back and read it, okay? Go back and understand why the Bible said, and David behaved himself wisely in all his ways. If David had to behave himself wisely in all his ways, what trouble was at his door? My God, hold up. What trouble was awaiting David? What was David going through? Why he had to behave himself wisely in all his ways? Who made David mad? Who was up against David? What was the reason the Bible even tells us that he behaved himself wisely? So this is why I tell y'all go read, okay? So we gonna get into the episode, and y'all, baby, let me just say, it's giving full submission. It is giving full submission, okay? And for this episode, this is kind of one of those episodes where God really was dealing with me. Okay, me personally. And I shared this on a podcast because, I just feel like if God is dealing with me on a certain thing, it is more homegirls out there that may find themselves in this situation, and you need to navigate it. You need to know like what's going on. What are some of the tools and strategies that y'all favorite homegirl has been using? And so when this episode came about, it was actually so funny because I was having a conversation with God, and I just was having some alone time, and I was telling God like the desires of my heart and all of those things. And God is like, you want me to do all these things to you, but you only submitting the parts of your life that you feel like are the hardest, and the things you feel like you can control. That's what you not submit to me. But you don't understand that you need to give me full submission in every area of your life. And I said, God, why you been whooping me like this? Like, why have you just all of a sudden decided to just like 2-piece, 3-piece combo me? And this is how I really felt, because I'm like, when I tell y'all God has been showing me, he has been like revealing things and revealing areas in my life that I've fallen short in, or areas in my life that I haven't been that haven't been just in plain sight to me, and areas that have been kind of hidden, and things that I've been doing. Not necessarily that I've been doing everything the wrong way, but it's some things that I think I got right, and God is like, you don't have it right, but I'm so graceful and I love you so much that I am going to help you get it right. And so this was one of them things, because God is like, you only giving me certain parts of you. You can submit your marriage to me. You can submit your finances to me. Okay, that's good. But what about your thoughts? You're not submitting all your thoughts to me. You're not submitting the desires of your heart to me. You're not submitting your mind to me. You're not submitting all of these things to me, your friends and your relationships. You ain't submitting that to me. You're only submitting to me the things that you think are the only things that matter in this submission. But what happens is, when we start submitting things to God and asking God to show up in our lives, we're praying for certain things, we have to give him a full submission. That means I'm submitting my business to you, God. I'm submitting my relationships to you, God. My mind, I'm submitting to you. My thoughts, I am submitting to you. The desires of my heart, Lord, I'm submitting all of that to you. And the reason I'm submitting it to you is because I want you to bless it. And whatever it is that is coming to cause me harm, or that's going to hold me back and keep me stagnant, I want you to get it out of my life. Like, I want you to help me part ways with it. Yes, it may hurt. We know that sometimes, God will allow us to fall out of connections with people. And that's probably one of the most painful things we go through, especially if we have established a relationship with these people and we've been around these people for so long. And sometimes our submission doesn't look how it's supposed to look. And when I say that, my submission is going to look different than your submission. So this is a personal thing, but I just wanted to share in this episode, because a lot of times we think we are submitting fully to God, but we are not. We are holding certain things back, and we are like keeping certain things in like our pocket or a little keepsake. And we like, Lord, I ain't going to submit this to you because I feel like I have this part of my life under control. And it's even in those moments, those parts of your life that you think you got under control, those are the parts that you must submit to God as well. Like, it doesn't matter if you feel like you got the upper hand on something. Submit it all to God. And all God is going to do is bless it. Like, if it is in his will for your life, he will bless it. If it is not in his will for your life, he will cause you to separate from that thing. But when you think about it, it's all working out for your good. So even for me, let me just say for me, I don't know why I was so afraid to submit certain things to God when it was all going to work out for my good. And sometimes that's what happens with a lot of us. We be afraid to submit things to God, failing to realize that through our act of full submission, it's still going to work out how it's supposed to work out, which is for our good. God has plans to prosper us, not to harm us. God has plans to elevate us, not to keep us stagnant. And so when we submit in certain parts and certain relationships and certain things to God, just submit them in a very intentional and a proud way, like a cheerful way, okay? Give these things to God cheerfully. Don't give them to God and be like, oh, God, I really ain't want to even give you this. Like, I didn't want to submit this to you. No, submit it all to God. And what's meant to stay in your life, trust me, God is going to allow it to stay in your life. But what's meant for you to disconnect from, baby, God gonna break the tie. He gonna sever that connection. He gonna sever that relationship, but it's all going to be for your good. And so don't think that you are missing out on something if you find yourself in a space where you are submitting to God, and maybe say you come and you like, okay, God, I have this business idea. I want to submit it fully to you because I want you to guide my steps. I want to seek you first. I want you to tell me what to do. If God don't come back and give you the instructions for that business plan that you thought he was going to give you, that don't mean that you just give up on it altogether. Just because you thought that business was going to look a certain way when you submitted it to God doesn't mean that it was going to look that way, because God's plan is going to prevail in everything. And sometimes that's why we be so afraid to submit, because we like, Sometimes when I submit stuff to God, baby, God will change it around. And I be like, what's this? Like I planted a mango tree. I ain't want apples on it. And sometimes God is like, but I know the thoughts that I have concerning you. I know the things that I have in the works for you. Maybe you wanted to start that podcast and God is like, no, I don't need you to start a podcast yet. I need you to be consistent doing YouTube videos every Thursday. I need you to be consistent going and doing Zoom calls every Monday night. If you can't do that, like God is telling you to submit fully to him. And I keep coming back to process. Process is in everything. Like when I tell y'all these past couple weeks, God has been doing something in me. It has been a shift going on. And I keep coming back to the process. And I was praying. I'm like, God, why do you keep leading me to process? Everything I say, I'm talking about the process that's attached to it. And God said, because so many people try to skip over the process. They want to get straight to the good stuff, but they don't want to go through the process. And when you submit fully to God, you got to be ready to go through the process. That process may hurt. That process may be painful. That process may not look how you thought it was going to look, but that don't mean you don't have to go through it. That don't mean you get to skip past the process and then you say, well, God, I submitted this to you, but take me around so I don't have to go through this process. God is like, no. When you submit your ways to me, your heart's desires, and just submit everything to me, give me full submission, you got to go through a process. And once you go through that process, then you're going to come out on the other side. Maybe in that process is where God had to strip you of some things. Maybe in that process is where God had to disconnect some relationships. Maybe in that process is where God had to tweak the business plan just a little bit. But you won't know if you don't give him that full submission. And giving God full submission means that, God, I'm going to submit this to you, but I'm also going to go through this process, trusting that on the other side of this, that my full submission is not going to be in vain. And trust me, our full submission is never in vain when we submit fully to God. So I pray this episode blessed you. That's all I have for this episode. And I really just God been checking me, and so y'all, I got to come and share it with y'all homegirls, and I hope this resonate with you. Baby, it's giving full submission in this season. It's giving, God, I'm submitting everything to you, and the things that are for me, I know they're going to be for me, but God, the things that ain't for me, cause them to fall off of my life. Lord, cause them to just fall off. I'm talking about, you know how you go outside and you will look at a tree, and sometimes when the season's about to change, them leaves just start falling down. That's how I want to be, okay? God, I want you to allow people, allow habits, allow things to fall off of my life that are not meant for me when I submit fully to you. And God does it every time. He has been showing up in my life doing it. And I just continue and I look forward. I continue to submit, and I look forward to God continuing to show up for me in that area because I'm fully submitting everything I have to him. And this is such a wonderful space to be in. Like, listen, I have a joy that I can't even explain because now I am so intentional about submitting fully to God that I'm like, Lord, what's next? What else I need to submit to you? Like, I'm going about my day trying to find everything to submit to him because in this season of my life, that's what's required and that's what is given. It's given full submission. And I thank God for even changing my heart and revealing this to me that I need to fully submit to him because it has been such an amazing journey, and I am excited to take y'all on this journey with me because I know if I've dealt with this, it may be some other homegirls who are going through this. So this is your sign to fully submit to God in this season. Fully submit to God right now and watch how he blow your mind. Sometimes we wait for a new year to roll around for God to blow our mind. Baby, I challenge you to fully submit to him right now in this moment. Keep fully submitting to him, and God is going to blow your mind before next year. Okay, but before 2025, we don't got to wait to 2025. We can start right now. We're going to fully submit to God, okay? This is our self-work, homegirls. We're going to fully submit to God, and we're going to watch him blow our minds. So y'all know how we finna close out this episode. We're going to close it out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. So we're going to take a deep breath in and out. And that is just us releasing all the cares, the worries, the pains, the heartaches, the stress, frustration, all of the triggers off of us from today, last night, yesterday, last month, this week, just whatever has come up for you. We are releasing that, and we are going to repeat the Girl Just Heal mantra. So close your eyes, drop in if you can. And the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden. And until we speak again, girl, just heal. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. Be sure to connect with us on social media at Girl Just Heal. And if you need an extra dose of support during your healing journey, join our private Facebook community where we can continue to heal, grow, and evolve together.